Before we dive into the hidden world of wartime vegetables, take a moment to subscribe to Wartime Survival and hit the notification bell because we're uncovering food history you won't find in textbooks. Comment below with which vegetables surprised you the most. It might reshape how you see modern gardening and survival planning. Today, we're not just exploring recipes or simple gardening tips. We're diving into how the foods that sustained entire nations during World War II can teach us lessons about nutrition, self-sufficiency, and resilience today. During World War II, food shortages forced governments, communities, and individuals to innovate. Staple crops like potatoes, cabbage, and carrots were widely cultivated, but there were lesser-known vegetables, what some historians call super veggies, that quietly became lifelines. Salsify, kohlrabi, Jerusalem artichokes, and scorzonera were cultivated in victory gardens and small allotments across Europe, often ignored by mainstream agriculture. These vegetables thrived in poor soil, resisted pests naturally, and provided essential nutrients that conventional wartime rations lacked. For instance, kohlrabi, a cruciferous vegetable related to cabbage and broccoli, was rich in vitamin C and fiber. Communities in Britain and Germany often boiled, mashed, or fermented it to extend shelf life. The nutritional boost was critical. Studies from the period show that populations with access to these forgotten vegetables experienced fewer deficiency-related illnesses than those relying solely on potatoes and grains. Today, home gardeners can apply this knowledge by diversifying crops beyond the usual lettuce, tomatoes, and carrots. Planting a small patch of kohlrabi or salsify not only offers unique flavors but strengthens soil health and resilience against disease. Wartime conditions demanded more than just unusual crops. They demanded innovative cultivation. The Ministry of Food in Britain, for example, issued detailed instructions on dig for victory gardens, encouraging citizens to utilize even the smallest plots and unconventional spaces. Roof gardens, window boxes, and public parks were repurposed for growing nutrient-dense vegetables that would otherwise have been overlooked. One practical application today is vertical gardening. During the Second World War, gardeners often stacked shallow beds or used makeshift containers to maximize yield. Modern survivalists can, replicate this method using recycled crates or pallets, growing nutrient-rich vegetables like Jerusalem artichokes or salsify vertically. This not only conserves space, but also mimics the historical strategies that literally fed millions under siege. Beyond simply providing calories, these vegetables offered specific nutrients that modern diets often lack. Jerusalem artichokes, for instance, are high in inulin, a prebiotic fiber that promotes gut health and helps stabilize blood sugar, benefits not widely recognized in contemporary survival planning. Scorzonera, sometimes called black salsify, contains significant amounts of iron, potassium, and antioxidants, making it invaluable for strengthening immunity. To apply this knowledge practically, consider incorporating these vegetables into your emergency food reserves. Unlike common staples, many of these roots can actually be stored for months in a cool, dark environment. Properly cured and stored in sand or sawdust, Jerusalem artichokes and scorzonera can provide consistent calories and nutrients when modern supply chains fail. By experimenting with small-scale preservation methods, historians and survival enthusiasts alike can gain first-hand insight into the resilient strategies of wartime communities. History also teaches a lesson in perception. Many of these vegetables fell out of favor not because they lacked utility, but because they were associated with hardship. Post-war, industrial agriculture favored uniformity and convenience, pushing diverse crops like kohlrabi and scorzonera to the margins. For the modern survivalist, this represents both a challenge and an opportunity. By reintroducing these forgotten vegetables into gardens, and educational workshops. We preserve a living connection to history while building nutritional security. Ultimately, World War II's forgotten super veggies are more than just historical curiosities. They really are a roadmap for resilience. They remind us that food security depends on diversity, local adaptation, and, well, a bit of creativity. By cultivating a mixture of familiar and unconventional vegetables, gardeners and survivalists build redundancy into their food systems, reducing dependence on industrial agriculture. A practical exercise is to plan a small historical garden using at least 3 of these wartime vegetables. Observe how they grow under your local conditions, document their yields, and compare their nutritional benefits to more common crops. This hands-on research, honestly, mirrors the ingenuity of wartime gardeners and offers valuable insight into how we might respond to future food crises. Every seed planted from a wartime vegetable is a living connection to history. By cultivating salsify, kohlrabi, or Jerusalem artichokes, historians and survival enthusiasts alike are doing more than gardening. They're practicing lessons learned under the most extreme conditions. The next time you plan your garden, think beyond yield and appearance. Consider nutritional resilience, adaptability, and the historical significance of each plant. Subscribing to Wartime Survival ensures you receive more insights into the overlooked strategies that sustained people during global conflict. Comment below with your thoughts, experiments, or questions about these super veggies. Share this video with fellow history enthusiasts and survivalists who value knowledge that combines practicality, historical accuracy, and resilience. These vegetables are more than relics. They are a guide to surviving and thriving in uncertain times.